Bins on, folks, so you know I'm reading. Did you see that this morning on the TV? You'll have no doubt followed it this last week or so. The 3 people in Nottingham that was senselessly murdered by the guy early on last year. I think he's recently been committed to a mental home indefinitely for the sad murders. They had on the TV this morning, I think, what was the chap's name? Barnaby Webber, one of the 3 that was murdered. They had his brother on this morning, Charlie. I tell you what, my heart went out to him. It really did. I thought he spoke absolutely fantastically. I think it was on the BBC, and he took one of the presenters round to the bedroom of Barnaby. You know, the bedroom he obviously used to have when he was at home. And he's walking round and he's saying, "Yeah, you can't get away from me, mate. It's all sport." He said, "There's a cricket bat there on top of his bed. He got it bought just a couple of weeks before he was killed. Sadly, he's never had the chance to use it and never will. Cost a lot of money." He said, "It's just a shame." He said, "But," he said, "my life has just changed." He said, "People say, how are you coping?" And he said, I'm getting by." He said, "But it's awful." He said, "And it's always going to be here." He said, "Every minute of every waking day, I'm thinking of my brother." He said, "And for all they say it'll get easier, and it might to a slight extent," he said, "I think I'm going to go all through my life thinking of him." He said, "It's awful." He said, "I feel like a part of me's been robbed." He said, "It's just terrible." And then they went in the studio and spoke to his mum and dad. I think he's Emma and David. Let me just have a look. I did write it down, so I didn't want to get it wrong. Bear with me a sec. Yeah, Emma and David. They spoke really well, and I thought, what a family. What an absolutely lovely family, you know. It's little wonder that we were reading good things about Barnaby after they'd been murdered. You can just believe everything you've read, I would imagine, because the family speaks volumes. His brother, through to his mum and dad, just a lovely, lovely family who spoke fantastically well. But his brother in particular, you know, what he said, it really, really hit a chord with me, you know, or struck a chord. It really did, and God, I felt sorry for him. I really did. What a great shame. You wouldn't wish it on anybody, would you? But unfortunately, it's happening more and more in this world at the moment, especially in this country. You know, there's knives, there's machetes, there's this, there's that. It's a crazy world we're living in at the moment, isn't it, folks? It's not getting much better at the moment. Was it 2 more in Bristol got stabbed only yesterday, senselessly and probably for no reason? It's just a great shame. Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters growing up without sons, daughters. It's awful. But anyway, I just thought the family spoke brilliantly, but especially his younger brother there. You know, I felt so sorry for the lad. I really did, but he's a credit to his mum and dad. There's no doubt about that. He really is. Anyway, I'll leave it at that.